Black people, please, how many times will we tell you to not go to places that you're not wanted? This is getting so scary, putting yourself into danger. And this has been happening for a while now. We had brothers and sisters who warned you not to go to all these Arab countries like Dubai. You've heard all devastating cases happening. This woman in this case literally fought for her life. I want you to listen to her story. Brothers are warning you, please do not go to Dubai. Please do not go in these Arab countries. As a black person, I don't know what they're telling you is good, but please don't go to these places. So please watch the video. I'll be back. I don't want to say much, but you're going to hear a story. And then I'll be back. I'll be sharing with you what I think about this because, nah.
Did y'all hear about the girl that went to North Africa and got set up by the hotel clerk and the hotel staff to get kidnapped? Y'all look at her face. They literally attacked her. She said after a long night of clubbing, she got back to her hotel room. She forgot her key, so she went up to the clerk to ask for one. She went back to her room. She saw that there was no toilet paper. When she went back to get toilet paper, she said next thing she knows, she's waking up in the backseat of a car. She's in the backseat absolutely freaking out, trying her best to get out, and the guy pulls over by a wooded area. He gets out the car. He starts attacking her. She starts fighting for her fucking life. After being brutalized for just trying to survive while going on vacation and make it back home safe, she ran through the wooded area. She finally found a group of people, waved them down. These people got her help. The police took her back to the hotel, and then the hotel staff forgot how to speak English. No English. They wouldn't pull any camera footage. They told her that she got snatched from the club when she did not tell them that she went to the club. Y'all comment to let me know. I think it's a big setup, and I think people need to stop traveling to these exotic areas just to be getting snatched up. Y'all be going to these places and don't realize you're an M&M and a bowl of Skittles. Everywhere has evil people that like to sell people, and when you go to a different place that you're not from, you could become more valuable to those people that like to sell people. I'm gonna shut the fuck up and let her tell her story. I would greatly appreciate it if you hit the like and follow button for me.
Y'all look at my face. I cannot believe this shit. Like, they really tried to kidnap me in Africa. And if that shit happened to me, I know it happens to other people. And I just was blessed enough to get the fuck away. But alright, so when I came out here Friday. Friday night was cool. Saturday night we went out. I'm not a party person, so like an hour into the club, I'm like, you know, I always do this, nothing new. I'm like, all right, I'm going to the hotel. It's hella taxis outside. It's a lot of people out there. So the taxi brings me back to the hotel. I come upstairs. Well, no, I go to the front desk because I needed a key. My key, I don't know where my key was, but I went to the front desk to get a key. So they gave me a key. I come upstairs. Then I'm like, dang, it ain't no tissue. I go back downstairs. I go to the front desk. Y'all, that is the last thing I remember, being at the front desk. The next thing I remember is waking up in the back of a fucking car. I start freaking the fuck out. Like, I'm trying to get out. And once I get out, this guy, this shit is blurry. I thought the front desk, all that shit is blurry. I don't know what woke me up. I don't know what they gave me, what they did to me. I don't know. The last thing I remember is being at the lobby. So, the guy, you know, he get out the car. We're tussling. We fucking fighting. Like, I'm fucking fighting for my life. Like, I'm really like, all I can think about was my fucking kids. Like, man, I gotta get back home to my kids. I'm really fighting for my life. Like, this nigga's punching me. Y'all can see, like, he's trying to telling me, shut up. I was not, like, giving up wasn't an option. Like, I really was fucking fighting for my life. So I managed to get away by the grace of God. I don't even know how I really got away. It's all woods. I just started running. I did not look back. I'm running fast as shit to where I can see cars and lights. I'm running fast as shit, but this shit is blurry. I don't know what they gave me or did to me. So once I get, you know, I finally was able to wave somebody down, get some help. A taxi brought me back to the hotel, right? So, okay, y'all, I'm in the airport. So I'm going to keep talking about it, though, before I forget. So the taxi brings me back to the hotel. So I'm running in. I tell Queen, y'all, I'm with Queen, so just keep up with me. I tell Queen, I'm like, they fucking took me. She telling me I'm yelling out shit. Like, I was fighting for my life. What do you? She like, you just was so, you was in distraught. Like, you was in shock. You was crying and all that stuff. So, she got onto, she asked in the hotel, y'all, the hotel would not show us no videos. They were just not helping us. They did not call the police for me. They did not give a fuck. That's how I know the hotel has something to do with it. Because it just doesn't make sense. So, what they're saying, right? They're trying to say that I never came back to the hotel. Like once I out their words of their mouth, they said I got snatched from the club. For one, how the fuck you know I was at the club? Two, if I got snatched at the club, where in the club I have this purse, I'm recording with this phone in the club. Like we're having a ball. I got this purse on and I'm recording this phone. How the fuck did my stuff get back in the room if I never came back? He keep trying to say, oh, y'all, it's just so much.
Stop going to the Middle East. They don't like you. Did I say that loud enough? Stop going there. I can't stand the UAE, United Arab Emirates. I can't stand none of them. No self-respecting black person should be vacationing in a slave state. Do you understand? It's a slave state. There's like 5 goddamn Arabs there who are really citizens. Everybody else is a slave working for the 5 billionaires that live there. Everybody. Filipinos, Southeast Asians, and Africans are being beat, abused, raped, and taken advantage of. They're slaves in the country so that you can take your black ass over there and vacation and think you're doing something. Why go to that shitty ass desert? You want to go to a desert? Go to Nigeria. They got a desert. You could go ride a camel in Nigeria. You can go to Africa and ride a camel. You can be as loud as you want. You can be as black, loud, boisterous, flamboyant as you want, and you fit right in. Black girl in Dubai getting arrested for goddamn speaking too loud. I bet you she was using her regular voice. All black people speak too goddamn loud. All of us should be getting arrested when we go there. I can't stand that place. F that desert. F that desert. F it. They ain't got shit. They get up, they got people, they coerce people to go to their country. They take their passport and they keep them in the country and they abuse them. I'm telling you, the United Arab Emirates is the worst place for black people. I can't stand all these fake ass social media influencers, all these fake ass pretend like they're balling. They're literally just going to Dubai to pretend like they're balling like the people who own them got all the Lambos in Dubai. If you want to go to a place where people like you, go to Africa. Stop going to fucking Europe where they don't like you. How many type videos have we seen black people mind their own business in Europe and what they do, huh? Nigga, go back to there. They treat you like shit. Why we keep going to the places where they treat us like shit? Why we keep going to the places that's built off the backs of our ancestors? Why? You ain't got no problem going to the other colonizers home, the Arabs. Keep in mind they did it first and longer and way more brutal. But you want to go there and have fun with the Arabs and the Europeans and you scared to go to Africa? Stop going to Europe and these Middle Eastern countries. They don't value you. They don't care about you. They'll take your money, but they don't give a fuck about you. Go to Africa where the people love you and care about you, and you can be about as loud as you want, and you ain't got to worry about getting arrested. Well, unless you go to some of those Muslim parts. But still, you probably won't get arrested, I'm pretty sure. I'm just saying. Stop going to these places, man. Stop. Africa, we got everything. We don't need shit. You get a vacation in every type of tropical climate you want. Go to Africa. You got deserts, you got jungles, you got savannas, you got lions, you got zebras, you got mountains, you got snow, you got everything in Africa. You don't need nothing. You got beautiful people that look like you that want you there.
As someone who advocates for our folks and specifically black women to travel and have paid for people to get their passports this year, we have to talk about Jamaica, a black American woman who was recently kidnapped in Tunisia. And let me first start off by saying I am going to use Mika's name and likeness because people have been regurgitating her story without actually tagging people to the story so that people can actually follow what happened per her word. So I'm only going to do a small recap of what happened to her, but you all can tap her video in my caption and actually watch what it is that she's talking about. My video specifically is from the comments that I've seen, and I am alarmed. Jamaica states that she was out that night. She grabs a taxi. She goes back to her hotel, goes upstairs, needs something from downstairs, goes to the front desk, and cannot remember anything except for waking up inside of a trunk of a car. To which she fought her way out. She fought her actual aggressor who kidnapped her and found a road of lights with cars and was able to make it back to her hotel. She stayed at the Penthouse Suites hotels in Tunis. And as of right now, as someone who has lived in North Africa, I believe them to have been complicit in her kidnapping. The first issue that we have is that the Penthouse Suites in Tunis, Tunisia, failed to provide her with actual video footage of when she came downstairs from her room when she came back from the night out. They will only show her the video of her returning to the hotel after she has fought this aggressor and gotten back to the hotel. Secondly, for everybody in her comments telling her that she is supposed to contact the U.S. Embassy, she said that she contacted the U.S. Embassy and they provided police to go to the hotel. However, as someone who has actually lived in North Africa, as someone who's lived in 5 countries outside of the United States of America, the U.S. Embassy is not going to step in until the worst has already been done. The only thing that the U.S. Embassy is set to do is to be there for diplomatic relationships. They are not going to save you when shit gets thick. At best, they may provide you with a list of local lawyers so that you may go through whatever legal system in that country they go through. And let me tell you something, in North Africa, it could take you years to sue someone or an entity. It is not the same as the United States. Lastly, I saw someone mentioning that this sister was grifting because she set up something to where she can help with her medical bills and the other varying things that she needs right now. I wouldn't care if this woman was raising money just to stay home with her 2 daughters. What is so hard with protecting Black women and supporting Black women? Why would your first inclination, after seeing someone going from this to this and this, would not have you immediately support her? With I know with a certainty, as a Black American woman who lived in North Africa, I guarantee you there's going to be more stories of people that come out that says something similar happened to them. Because the reality is she may not get international justice and nothing may ever come from whatever investigation they're claiming that they're doing, especially on a side of the world where paying the police is absolutely normal. And that's not xenophobic, it just is what it is in some places. I stand behind Jamaica. I support her, and I hope you all do too. And I hope that she exceeds this goal so that people understand, don't play with us, because we do have community and that we will support each other in a time like this. On the topic of Jamaica, the Black woman who was kidnapped in Tunisia, she don't need to address this because I hope she's at home healing with her children and her loved ones. But I'm going to address some of these comments and dispel some of these myths. On one hand, I've seen a lot where people say Black Americans don't travel. We don't go anywhere. Then at the same time, when we do, all of a sudden, we're going to the wrong places. Why would you go there? And everywhere that I've been in the world, traveling and living abroad as a Black Muslim woman, every single place that I have gone, somebody has told me that that group of people don't like me there. Whether my Blackness, my Muslimness, my womanness, every single place. And I often see places like Italy where people are like, don't ever go there. I've always had an amazing time in Italy. I lived in China, never bothered, didn't have any serious issues, but a lot of people have experienced something. This idea that you can blanket one particular place or one particular group of people, unless they're white supremacists, or isn't real, just doesn't leave room for nuance, and that contextually, everybody has a different experience. And it's interesting to me that when those Wonder Bread girls booked their flights to Tunisia instead of Tunis, France, I saw 100,000 videos following up talking about how you should stop in Tunisia. Tunisia is beautiful. Now, all of a sudden, a Black woman gets online and says, with evidence, just the markings on her face alone, that she was kidnapped in Tunisia. Now all of a sudden, oh, no, you shouldn't go there. You can be well-traveled and you can be self-aware. But wherever it is that there's bad people, something bad can happen. So with regards to Jamaica Ivy, the Black woman who was kidnapped in Tunisia, I just left the Tunisian embassy in Washington, D.C. One of the things that I will never play about is Black women, and I'm going to listen to Black women the very first time to see what it is that happened to Jamaica, and the fact that she was able to make it home safely to her daughters, to her family, means that now is the time for us to stand up for her. I could not fathom going through something so traumatic, coming on the internet and sharing it with people to get the word out, and folks either one, dismissing it as though things like this don't happen every single day. I did not record my conversation inside the embassy because number one, this is federal grounds and it is against the law. And number two was because my goal was very simple. to get Jamaica's story told, to find whomever are the powers that be, and to ensure that either they are able to contact her or she is able to contact them, so that way she can get her story told and she can get justice. It's justice for Jamaica time. I got my Annalise Keating blazer on, and I mean business, because I am undoubtedly my sister's keeper.
I have seen at least 3 videos today of American women who were kidnapped in Morocco and Tunisia. These countries are in North Africa. Please always specify, because they said Africa. Some of them have open wounds, and I don't think it's something new. All the videos I've seen are black women. So be very careful. Arabs can be very, very racist. Be very careful. Some of you are talking to these men on TikTok live video. Before you know it, you are in their country, thinking you go and meet your sugar, whatever. Be careful. This is not a time to be trusting random people overseas. Be smart. I feel like it's something that has been happening for so many years. The shine is not always gold on the, how do we say it? The gold is not always shine on the other side. Is it gold? What gold cannot, what shines is not gold. What always, no, there's something. What shines is not always gold. How do we say that word? What shines is not gold. I forgot. What shines is, how do we say that one? That is it proverb? How do we call it? What shines is not always gold. The gold is not always shine. Oh, I forgot it.
Yeah, look at my face. I cannot believe this shit. Like, they really tried to kidnap me in Africa.
As a West African myself, if you're traveling to Africa, please book or get a trip advisor. Do not go by yourself. Some of these African countries are very dangerous and they will traffic you. I'm not gonna lie. Unless you have family in Africa, you gotta be very, very mindful that if you're going to Africa, you gotta be on your P's and Q's, because they will harass you, they will pickpocket you, they'll traffic you, and then if you're very vulnerable and you're a woman as well, they could take advantage of you as well. So keep that in mind. I'm so sorry this happened to you. Like, no one should ever go to a different continent and be brutally abused like this, like at all. It's actually really messed up. Africa itself has a lot of beautiful countries and safe countries as well. Let me add that. But there's other countries that you gotta be very suspicious about, and you have to do your research before you go there. But that's just my thoughts on this. Let me know how you.
A black woman from Maryland was kidnapped in Tunisia last week. But her story is not an isolated incident, and what we found in our research is concerning for all black travelers. Let's talk about it. What's up, y'all? My name is Leroy. I'm the editorial and media director for Culture Travels Media, where every Friday we bring you travel news with our partners at Stamped. The story is still developing, so we're going to read verbatim exactly what Mika has reported in her testimony about the incident. And then we're going to share with you what we discovered in terms of a larger pattern of kidnapping black migrants and black tourists in Tunisia. A black American woman from Montgomery County was vacationing in Tunisia with her friend Queen. Last Saturday night, after returning to her hotel from a club, she went to the lobby to get tissues. That's the last thing she remembers before waking up in the back of a car being driven by a stranger, according to Mika. Mika says she fought back, she opened the car door, screamed for help. The driver punched her repeatedly in the face, trying to silence her. But she kept thinking about her kids back home, so she kept fighting her way out. According to Mika, when her friend Queen tried to get help from the hotel staff, they walked away, told her, "This didn't happen here, we don't know what you're talking about." Fortunately, Mika has made it back home, she's with her family and she's with her kids. She has sustained black eyes and bruises all over her body. She's alive, but after this story broke, we started to do some digging, and what we found reveals something much bigger in terms of the safety for black migrants and black tourists in Tunisia. Tunisia isn't just a place where black travelers are being targeted. It's become a hotbed for human trafficking, and allegedly, Tunisian authorities are complicit. According to 3 testimonies from migrants who were rescued in the Mediterranean, Tunisian police are intercepting black African migrants, handcuffing them and driving them to the Libyan border where they're sold to militia. Listen to this. One survivor named Charlie from Cameroon said, "The Tunisian police sold us to kidnappers, Libyan bandits. The selling price was 150 dinars, approximately $25, less than the price of a goat. $25 for a human life." A woman named Ivana, 26, was living in Tunisia when police raided her home at night. She was handcuffed, driven to the desert, and handed to armed Libyan men. To get out, her sister in Cameroon went into debt to pay $690. Another woman, Aisha, 22, watched two of her friends die in a Libyan detention center. She was held for 8 months. When one of her friends died in her lap, she cried and was beaten for it. These aren't random incidents. This is a documented pattern. In October of 2024, the United Nations Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights raised concerns about migrants being sold by Tunisian security forces to armed groups in Libya. In January 2025, a report called State Trafficking presented evidence of systemic targeting of black migrants in Tunisia through mass raids, detention without due process, and forced transfer to Libyan traffickers. And here's what makes it worse. The European Union and Italy are funding Tunisia's border enforcement through migration deals, knowing this is happening. So when we hear about Mika, a black American woman on vacation, being drugged and almost trafficked, we have to ask ourselves, are black tourists being targeted in the same networks that are trafficking migrants? The truth is, we don't know yet, but what we do know is Tunisia is not safe for black travelers right now. Tunisia markets itself as a tourist destination, beautiful Mediterranean beaches, rich history, and affordable luxury. But behind the tourism facade, black bodies, whether migrants or tourists, are being treated as disposable. Mika, when she tried to get help from the hotel staff, they denied her. They said that this didn't happen, the same way that authorities deny what's happening to migrants. Last thing we want to do is discourage you all from visiting any place, especially other black countries. But this is bigger than travel recommendations. This is about a system of anti-black violence being enabled by state actors and the rest of the world looking away because migrant agreements are more important than black lives. So here's our recommendation. If you're planning to travel to Tunisia, don't. You know someone who's there, tell them to leave. And if you're working with a travel agency that's still encouraging you to visit Tunisia, ask them why are they putting black lives at risk. And that's our story from this week, y'all. We're happy that Mika and Queen both have made it home safely. Travel informed, travel safely, and we'll catch y'all next Friday. Have a good one.
If y'all haven't seen it, it's a lady that went to Africa, okay, and she got kidnapped, okay, but she did get away. But her face looked like she has been in a ring with Mike Tyson. God bless her heart, because I'm glad she's okay, okay. But I want to talk about people want to go and take these trips out of town, out of country. It's just, you have to be careful, okay? You always hear stories like this, but her story has a good ending because she's still alive. But a lot of people's stories don't. And when you are out of the country like that, it's hard to get answers because they all stick together. It had a story with a couple went out the country, and both of these people were they were unalive, and their insides was took out, okay, so well they hadn't stole whatever, no plan. They family never got answers, and this was years ago. So it's always no answers because you way somewhere else and you're from somewhere else. So be careful. I know we want those luxury, beautiful vacations, that blue water, but it's not always safe. You know what I'm saying? And this lady is not getting no answers. This happened in Africa. If y'all haven't seen it, I'm going to put the story
This
down.
is Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you're doing great from wherever you watch me from. There's something that I want to echo on what the following people have talked about in the video that still stands out. And the fact is that, please, black people, you have different places that you can go. You can visit different places that is safe for you. You can visit Africa. And I think Afro Think Tank has shared with you this, and he has told you that the only place that you'll ever feel safe, that you can be loud the way you want, that you can talk the way he's talking at night, it is only in Africa, where no one will bother you, where no Karen will come to you, where no one will try and kidnap you. The only safest place you can do that is in Africa. Any African country that you'll go, and you make sure that you live well with the people around you. One problem that I've noticed that black people are having or struggling with, and I'll say it honestly, I know you might not agree with me, but this is just the truth, is that many times we go to places that we are not wanted. We go to places that we are not invited. I understand you want to quench your thirst for adventure. I understand that those countries or those continents that you've marked that you want to travel, that you want to go, but trying to look, and you're putting your life into jeopardy, aren't jeopardizing your security? Do you think fact that you traveling to these places alone makes it even much dangerous? Especially when you're a woman, it becomes so much vulnerable as compared to a man. We've heard so many cases that happen in Arab countries, so many anti-black resentment, so many cases of these people trying to dehumanize black people. And so, honestly, I don't have a lot to say. I've never visited Dubai. I don't have any experience in that place. But from a third person's perspective, from all I've heard and seen through clips, please, black people, you'd rather just remain in the United States if you can't get any better place. That's what I can say. Because this is becoming so sad when you are paying for a holiday package to go and enjoy or probably do anything that you want to do in that place. But then you realize that you could die anytime. Because if she didn't fight for her life, it could have been another story. And you know that from how she was describing it. And the people who were around her were never ready to help. They never showed any significant signs that they want to help her. All they could say is that, no speak English. How will you help a person when you can't even speak the same language with them? And so you understand that it becomes so much difficult for her to get help, right? It becomes so much difficult. You have seen so many people going to Dubai, going to all in these Arab Emirates countries, going to these places to look for jobs. You've heard their story. You've heard how women, they had to degrade themselves to do crazy stuff just to make money. You've heard and seen how these people are describing black people. You've heard and seen how hatred they have towards black people. But still, somehow, somewhere, that's still not enough to you. You have to wait until somebody dies. That's when you're going to realize that these places ain't safe for you. But again, I would like to say that not every black person shares the same experience when they got there. But for your own safety, of course, I know we have black people that have gone and come back successfully and have gone back and have no issues. They love the place, they go and go, they come and go, they come and go. But for you as a person who doesn't know shit about this place, I'm asking you to kindly, please, I'm using the word please, stay at home. Or if you can't just find a better place than those places, you better remain in the United States. You better remain in your country, whether you're in Africa. I don't know which country you come from. You better remain in these places. For so many times, for a long time, these places have proven that they're not safe for black people. But somehow, somewhere, somebody's son, somebody's black daughter still won't hear this. Somebody's black son, somebody's black daughter still will have the thirst of adventure. I respect that. You're the one who worked hard. You're the one who make the money, but you jeopardizing your safety. This is your life we're talking about. We're not talking about anything. We're not talking about politics. This is your life we're talking about, right? And so I wanted to spread this awareness, and the following stitches that I find them significant. The first one is the most recent one, and the black brother who was trying to talk to you is an experience that also happened in the past, but you can find a linkage. You can see the similarities. You can see that this is happening in real time. And so, brothers and sisters, I really don't know what you think and feel about this, but this is just the reality. we need to be careful with the moves that we make, especially in places that we move. I understand every country, every place has its own disadvantages, but it shouldn't be involving your life. There are those things that we can compromise, like scams, like somebody overpricing you. There are things we could compromise, but there are things that we can't compromise. We can't compromise your life. Your life is as sacred, is as precious as it to you, as is it to me. That's why I'm shouting you do this, brothers and sisters. So please let me know what you think and feel about this. Let me see you in my next video. But until then, peace, love, and harmony. Salute.